Have you ever walked into a room and completely forgotten why you went there? Or maybe you've struggled to remember someone's name, even though you've known them for years. Perhaps you've noticed you're feeling mentally slower than you used to. Conversations seem harder to follow. Multitasking feels exhausting. You lose your train of thought in the middle of a sentence. Many people over 50 simply shrug and say, "Well, I guess I'm just getting older." But what if that's not the whole story? While aging naturally brings changes to the brain, many symptoms that people dismiss as just getting older can actually be early warning signs that deserve attention. The good news? Many of these signs can improve when the underlying causes are identified early. Today's video is not meant to scare you. It's meant to help you recognize what your brain may be trying to tell you. Let's look at several early signs that are often mistaken for normal aging. Sign 1. Brain fog that doesn't go away. Everyone has an occasional off day. Maybe you didn't sleep well. Maybe you're stressed. But brain fog that lingers for weeks or months is different. You may feel like your thoughts are wrapped in cotton. Simple decisions take longer. You reread the same paragraph several times. You lose focus halfway through conversations. Many people assume this is simply because they're over 50. In reality, persistent brain fog can be connected to poor sleep, dehydration, blood sugar swings, chronic inflammation, medication side effects, vitamin deficiencies, or other medical conditions. Your brain is one of the body's most energy-demanding organs. When something disrupts its fuel supply or recovery process, mental clarity often suffers first. Brain fog isn't a diagnosis. It's a signal, and signals deserve attention. Sign 2. Forgetting recent conversations. It's perfectly normal to occasionally forget where you left your glasses. But consistently forgetting conversations you had yesterday is different. Perhaps your spouse reminds you about plans you already discussed. Maybe your children say, "Mom, we already talked about that." This isn't always caused by memory loss itself. Sometimes the brain never properly stored the information because attention, sleep, or stress interfered during the conversation. Memory begins with focus. If your brain is distracted, exhausted, or overwhelmed, memories may never fully form. That's why improving sleep quality, reducing stress, and supporting overall brain health can sometimes improve memory performance. Sign 3. Feeling mentally exhausted after simple tasks. Did grocery shopping used to feel easy? Now it leaves you mentally drained. Balancing a checkbook, following a recipe, planning a family dinner. Activities that once felt automatic suddenly require tremendous concentration. Many adults assume this is simply getting older, but mental fatigue often signals that the brain is working much harder than it should. Poor sleep, unmanaged stress, nutritional imbalances, and reduced physical activity can all contribute. A healthy brain should recover after effort. Constant mental exhaustion is worth discussing with your healthcare provider. Sign 4. Difficulty finding common words. We've all experienced having a word on the tip of our tongue. That alone isn't unusual. However, if finding everyday words becomes frequent or noticeably worse, it deserves attention. You know exactly what you want to say, but the word refuses to come. You substitute other words instead. Friends may finish your sentences. Normal aging may slightly slow word retrieval, but rapid changes should never be ignored. Sometimes this symptom reflects fatigue, sometimes medication. Sometimes hearing loss limits how well information is processed. Other times, it may require a more complete medical evaluation. Sign 5. Changes in mood or personality. Many people think brain health is only about memory. Actually, emotional changes can appear much earlier. Perhaps you become unusually irritable, less patient, more anxious, more withdrawn. Maybe activities you once loved no longer bring enjoyment. Family members often notice these changes before you do. Mood changes can stem from depression, chronic stress, loneliness, poor sleep, or medical conditions affecting the brain. Emotional health and brain health are deeply connected. Never assume emotional changes are simply part of getting older. Sign 6. Getting lost in familiar places. Everyone occasionally misses a turn while driving. GPS can confuse anyone, but repeatedly becoming disoriented in places you've visited for years is different. Perhaps you forget familiar routes. You hesitate in your own neighborhood. You suddenly struggle to remember which direction to turn. This is not something to ignore. While there can be many explanations, Changes in navigation skills deserve prompt medical attention. Early evaluation allows more opportunities to identify treatable causes. Sign 7. Poor sleep that affects thinking. Many adults accept poor sleep as an unavoidable part of aging. But sleep is when the brain performs essential maintenance. During deep sleep, the brain strengthens memories, clears waste products, and restores important neural connections. Consistently sleeping poorly may contribute to brain fog, forgetfulness, slower thinking, and reduced attention. Improving sleep habits can sometimes produce noticeable improvements in cognitive function. Simple habits like maintaining a regular bedtime, limiting caffeine later in the day, reducing evening screen exposure, and discussing sleep concerns with your doctor may help. Sign 8. Walking more slowly along with memory changes. Walking and thinking are more connected than many people realize. Research suggests that changes in walking speed, COM BINED with COGNITIVE, changes deserve attention. If you notice increasing difficulty with balance, slower walking, and increasing forgetfulness together, it's wise to mention both symptoms during a medical visit. Sometimes the connection reveals important information about overall neurological health. Sign 9. Frequently losing interest in social activities. Social engagement keeps many parts of the brain active. If you've gradually stopped attending church, family gatherings, neighborhood events, or lunch with friends because thinking feels overwhelming, don't dismiss it. Isolation itself may worsen cognitive decline over time. Remaining socially connected provides mental stimulation, emotional support, and opportunities to challenge memory and communication skills. Even small interactions matter. Sign 10. Assuming everything is just aging. Perhaps the biggest warning sign is not a symptom at all. It's assuming every change is simply normal aging. Many treatable conditions can affect memory and thinking. Examples include dehydration, vitamin B deficiency, thyroid problems, medication interactions, depression, poor sleep, hearing loss, vision problems, uncontrolled diabetes, high blood pressure. These conditions may mimic cognitive decline. That's why professional evaluation matters. Never diagnose yourself based solely on internet videos. Our goal today is awareness, not diagnosis. What you can do starting today. Supporting brain health doesn't require perfection. Small daily habits often make the biggest difference over time. Stay physically active. Drink enough water throughout the day. Eat a balanced diet rich in vegetables, healthy fats, lean protein, and whole foods. Protect your sleep. Challenge your brain by reading, learning, solving puzzles, or trying new hobbies. Stay socially connected. Manage chronic health conditions carefully. Review medications regularly with your healthcare provider. Most importantly, pay attention to changes. Your brain often whispers before it shouts. The earlier concerns are recognized, the greater the opportunity to address possible causes. Growing older is a privilege. Some slowing is completely normal. But persistent brain fog, worsening forgetfulness, confusion, personality changes, or noticeable declines in daily functioning should never be automatically dismissed. Your brain deserves the same attention as your heart, your bones, and every other part of your body. If you recognize several of these signs in yourself or someone you love, consider speaking with a qualified healthcare professional. Early conversations can lead to earlier answers. And sometimes earlier answers make all the difference. If you found this video helpful, please like, subscribe, and share it with someone who may benefit from learning these important early signs. Thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the next video.